Hello and welcome to this week's edition of RN Champions. I am your host, Rodney GB Clements. With me today, I have Quinn McGill, and she is in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Welcome to the program, Miss Quinn. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I very much appreciate the opportunity to spend some time to chat with you today. RootSource Solutions is a consulting-based company. I'm an RN by vocation, obviously, and found that my skill set is in program building, implementation, and then improvement. And that can be anywhere from creating clinical protocols, workflows, things of that nature. And then I also partner with National Heritage Academies here in Michigan at their charter schools to help train support staff for kiddos that are medically complex in the school setting.
Wow, very interesting, Quinn. So are you working mostly with medical people and nurses in particular, or are there different groups that may or may not be medical? I guess because you're a nurse, you specialize in medical, but tell us a little bit about the people or the partnerships that you are working with now in those organizations.
Absolutely. So on the school-based health end, I work with their safety teams, which are typically individuals that are not clinical. So there's a woman there that I partnered with. Her name's Paula. Paula will reach out to me and say, hey, Quinn, I have a kiddo with all these different diagnoses. We want to make sure that they're safe in the school setting. Can you come in and train support staff? So that can range anywhere from medication admin to diabetes education, all the way to, airway management for kids that might have a trach, or things of that nature. And then regarding the program development, I work with a company called Vitruvian, and I'm working with their marketing and sales director, as well as their clinical processes director. So it's a little bit of mix where I get to integrate myself into the individuals or employees that are clinical to help train, introduce the new protocols, things of that nature, as well as non-clinical, and represent the needs from a clinical presence.
Wow. So are a lot of these organizations locally where you are, or can you work across the country or the world through the internet and such? How much of a territory or coverage area do you have?
Sure. So I have my RN license is based here in Michigan, and then I do have an endorsement for Indiana as well. So there are some schools across state lines that I'll either go to in person or do virtual trainings. Those are the only two licenses that I hold currently. So as an RN, you do have to have an active license in various territories that you're going to be working with. So predominantly Michigan and Indiana at this time.
Okay. So have you created these modules yourself? These are things that you can show on the computer, like a PDF or a PowerPoint thing, or you, I guess, obviously you're hands-on too. Can you tell us about the actual training of the materials and how you actually go about covering that with your customers?
Absolutely. So on the school-based health end, the school systems have their own, PowerPoints, things of that nature. So I go through to make sure that they're current based on best practice standards, and then provide the hands-on training. So I have different, diabetes, insulin pens that are trainers. So I can actually bring resources in, physical items that they would use every day, as well as hard copies, PDFs, all of those things of different protocols and procedures, along with the PowerPoints. From the clinic end for the infusions, it's everything. So from the ground up, I've built the protocols, processes. We have a partner that we can do the orientation online through for the different infusions that we'll offer and things of that nature.
Wow. So it sounds like you could work with any number of groups, maybe even government or city organizations that may need training. That's really awesome, Quinn. Well, tell us about anything. Is there anything else that you want to tell us, or how somebody can get a hold of you and your organization, where they can go? Just tell us, give us the last statement on anything you'd like.
Yeah, absolutely. So something that's really important to me with any entity that I'm working with is making sure that whatever I'm creating for them or training them in aligns with their core values and then their overall business goals and their vision of their clientele, who they're going to meet. It's very important to me to make sure that safety is always first, for whoever they're serving. And I think that's huge when it comes from a business perspective of who am I bringing on our team to make sure that what we're presenting to our clientele is quality and based on best practice standards. As far as being able to contact me, I am on LinkedIn, Quinn McGill, BSN, RN. And then my company is RootSource Solutions. And then Vitruvian Health is the company that we're going to be going live for a ketamine infusion therapy program. Yeah, very excited to be able to work with you and the opportunities I've gotten so far.
That's great, Miss Quinn. Well, I really appreciate you joining us today. It's RootSource Solutions, LLC, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. It looks like Quinn's put together quite a program of education and training, and reach out to her anytime. I think that this is there's a great demand for this kind of thing. So I wish you the best of luck, and we'll be in touch. Thanks again for joining RN Champions. Again, I'm Rodney GB Clements. Take care.